Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. Well, we got some really hot news today. Of course, if you guys have been on the internet, you've already heard this news, but I want to just really go into detail what I think about this rumor and what I think it means for the future of gaming. Now, to be honest with you, I don't think this is really going to come true, but Sony is in advanced boardroom level discussions to acquire Take-Two. That is the rumor that is going out right now. Now, I got a few red flags that went up when I saw this rumor. First of all, do you know how much money it would cost Sony to acquire Take-Two? Take-Two, they don't just make GTA. Now, of course, Grand Theft Auto is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of all time. Now, I know Fortnite is doing pretty well, but like overall sales, I don't think anything can compete with Grand Theft Auto. So if they were to acquire Take-Two, that would be a huge feather in their cap. But nonetheless, these guys make a lot of multi-plat games. They make Red Dead Redemption as well, NBA 2K, Borderlands, WWE 2K, just to name a few titles. They are a big multi-platform company. Now, why would they give up all of that revenue? It just doesn't sound right. What would make more sense to me, to be honest with you guys, would be Take-Two acquiring Sony. I don't think that's going to happen either. It's just, this story just doesn't make sense. Now, if Sony were to acquire Take-Two, what would they do with these multi-plat games? I see some people throwing up comments on Twitter and on YouTube saying that that's great. They're going to have all of these, they're going to have more exclusive titles on the PlayStation 5 and yada, yada, yada. I don't think that would make economical sense. First of all, it would take a lot of money for Sony to acquire Take-Two, and they would have to recoup that money back. The stockholders would demand that they recoup that money back, and I don't think they would make all that money back by just putting those games on the PlayStation 5. It just wouldn't. I just don't see them doing this acquisition. I think this is something like when we heard the rumor of Microsoft acquiring EA. Sure, for the fanboys, yeah, that's great. Yeah, Microsoft would have EA, but even if Microsoft were to acquire EA, I don't think they would just put all those games on their platform. I think they would continue to have these games on multiple platforms so they could get all the revenue that these companies make. Multi-platform games make a lot of money. They're not just, locked into one console or one environment. They go across PC, even some of them on the phone, other consoles, the Switch. That's a lot of consumers, and just to lock everybody into your console or your ecosystem, I don't know. I just don't see the industry going in that direction. I more see the industry being more inclusive. We just had Sean Layden come out yesterday basically talking about a console-less future and pretty much saying we're all gamers, we just take different paths there, and that he sees games going, to other devices through the cloud and whatnot. And I just don't think Sony would acquire Take-Two and put those games exclusively on their platform. If they were to acquire Take-Two, I believe that those games would still be multi-platform games. Maybe they would have some type of goodies for PlayStation owners, and I could see them doing something like that. But for them just to lock those games on their console, if Sony were to acquire Take-Two, I don't think that would happen. And to be quite honest with you guys, I really don't think this is a truthful story. I don't know where the story originated from, but I just don't see Sony doing this. It would just cost so much money for them to do this. And I don't think it's really necessary for them, going forward to the next generation. Let's just be honest. Sony had some great exclusives this generation, and those exclusives should carry them over into the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 4 guys, the PlayStation owners that are in the ecosystem, they have a certain expectation for Sony exclusives, and I think that would carry on over to the PlayStation 5. I don't think they would acquire Take-Two for dominance like that. If they were to acquire them, it would be to increase their revenue, and they would keep these games multi-platform. Anyways, that's just my thoughts. That's just what I think about it. I don't think this is going to happen. I think it's very unlikely that Sony is going to purchase Take-Two. I think just the fact that they don't make one specific game, they make lots of multi-platform games, would lead me to believe that if Sony were to acquire them, that they would be on all platforms. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Please leave your comments down below. And like I usually say, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.